Up YouTube, good morning, happy Friday. I hope everyone got some good rest and is ready to put some locks in, baby. I got another free pick video for you guys today. Guys, we went 3 for 3 yesterday again. We had Jalen Brunson over 6.5 assists. He ended up with 11. Our boy Jabari Smith Jr., he hasn't been the best at rebounding, so we took that under 8.5. He hit that. And Domantas Sabonis, we took under 41.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he ended up hitting the under. He ended up with 35. So yesterday, another good day, guys. And another thing. So I had Jalen Brunson and Jabari Smith Jr. on one ticket, but I mixed up Sabonis with another ticket, just playing around with it yesterday, and I should have just threw Sabonis in a 3-man with Jalen Brunson and Jabari Smith Jr. because that would have been times 35 in the payout. But I just wanted to play around with it. But guys, we did go 3 for 3 on the picks that I announced here for you guys. So I said we just keep rolling. Guys, today I have 3. Today I'm gonna go with 4 for you guys because it is Friday. I want to maximize your win opportunities. I'm not saying throw them all in one ticket. If you want to, do so. But these are just tips and tricks that you guys can use. But the first one we're gonna go with, guys, we are gonna go with Giannis over 12.5 rebounds. But before I get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to my Winnable. Today is Fun Friday. So Friday, I'm going to do, on Fridays, I'm going to start doing, if you join my Winnable on a Friday, you do get a day pass for $5. And then if you like what you see while you're in there, if you get a massive W, if you get a win, then you stay, you keep rolling with us. But I do want to give you guys an opportunity to join my Winnable, my VIP picks, for $5 on Fridays. Guys, also, if you use my promo code on Sleeper or Chalkboard and shoot me an Instagram DM to Shyhim, SHYHIM 407, I will also give you guys 3 days on my Winnable. So, guys, go ahead and lock that in. Use my promo code. That's Beachside Picks. My promo code is Beachside Picks for both Chalkboard and for Sleeper. So let's go ahead and get started with this free pick video, man. Like I said, we do have Giannis going over 12.5 rebounds. Guys, over his last 5 games, he's averaging 14.6. If this will pull up, yep. As you see right here, guys, 14.6. He's been on an absolute tear over his last 5 games. He did have that 7 rebound game against Memphis, but that was, I don't know what happened there, to be honest. But if you see his last 5 games, he's cleared that. And then if you go over to Outlier, guys, Outlier can be your best friend. Outlier is a great tool to use. You can see that he's hit that line in 6 out of his last 10 games, and they are playing against a Toronto team that is 25th in rebounds allowed. They are giving up about 45.2 rebounds a game to opposing teams, and they're 18th against power forwards. So they are giving up 10.6 rebounds a game to opposing power forwards. Guys, this Toronto team has a lot of injuries. So not a lot of rebound opportunities on that. Scotty Barnes is out, Chris Boucher's out. And then as far as Giannis goes, I mean, he's getting about 20.3 rebound chances per game, guys. So let's go ahead and lock Giannis in. That's the first one I'm going to give you guys. So let's go ahead and get to the next one. Next, we're going to go with Josh Giddey, guys. We're going to go under 2.5 turnovers for Josh Giddey. Guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hasn't been playing, which is totally understandable. Sometimes that sounds a little scary, but right now, Josh Giddey, over the last 3 games that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hasn't played, he's only had 2 turnovers in each of those games, and he's under on that line. Oh, sorry guys, I hit the wrong thing. So less. Yep. So he's had less than 2 turnovers over his last, less than 2.5 turnovers over his last 5 games, guys. 4 times out of the last 5 games, he's had less than 2.5 turnovers. You see, he had 2 against Boston, 2 against Philly, 2 against New York. He did have 3 against Phoenix, but then he had 1 against Houston, guys. And over his last 10 games, guys, he is 8 out of 10 going under. So I mean, that's not a bad. It's not a bad prop to take, guys. Let's go ahead and pull up Josh Giddey for you guys. And guys, as I mentioned, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out, but that's nothing to be afraid of. Look at this right here. As I mentioned, 8 out of his last 10 games, he stayed under that 2.5 threshold, guys. So if he gets 2, that's fine. We just can't have him get that 3rd one. And he's been really consistent as to not getting 3 turnovers, even with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being out. Now they are playing against the Indy team that is ranked 8th in turnovers forced. But other than that, guys, Josh Giddey is really good at handling the rock. He's averaging about 26.9 minutes a game, but he has failed to exceed 2.5 turnovers in 8 of his last 10 games, averaging right around 1.8 turnovers per game. So I say that's a pretty safe bet. Go ahead and lock that in, guys. Opposing point guards are only averaging 2.9 turnovers against this Indiana team, but Josh Giddey is really good at defending the rock. All right, guys. Next, we're gonna go with Wendell Carter. We're gonna go over 8.5 rebounds, guys. He's hit this number 3 out of his last 5 games, averaging right around 9.6 rebounds a game, guys. Had 11 against New Orleans, 13 against the Pelicans. 13 against Portland, and 13 more against Memphis. So he's been on a hot streak over his last 3 games, and he's hit that number 3 out of his last 5. Now, when you go over to Outlier, guys, Outlier is a very consistent tool. So he's only hit this number 4 out of his last 4 out of his last 10 games, but he is playing against a Charlotte team that is 28th in rebounds allowed. And as far as against centers, they're ranked 27th, guys. So if you see right here, they are giving up right around 13 rebounds a game to opposing centers. And Wendell Carter is getting about 12.6 rebound chances per game, guys. And he's exceeded 8.5 rebounds in 5 out of his last 6 road games, guys. So like I said, this Hornets team does give up a lot of rebounds, and Wendell Carter over his last 3 games has been super consistent with getting it over 10. So I'd say just go ahead and lock that in. I know that one looks a little scary, guys, but just trust the process. That's one I would definitely roll with. That one is looking hot. So I'm just going to go ahead and say lock that in for today. Guys, you guys can always comment below, like and subscribe, but always comment with transparency and say if it didn't hit, comment that below so I know, and we can get better as a community moving forward. Guys, before I get into this last pick, last but not least, like I said, use my Sleeper and Chalkboard promo code, guys, so we can go ahead and get you guys some deposit matches. Sleeper is up to $500, and Chalkboard is up to $150. I believe $250. Use my promo code Beachside Picks once again, guys, and it's Friday, so you guys can go ahead and lock in a $5 Friday on my VIP picks through Winnable, guys. All you need is 1 day pass. You guys see if you guys like it. If you guys hit, then you guys obviously know that we can keep the ball rolling, guys. I'm trying to bring you guys consistent picks on a daily basis. We have won the last 2 days in a row. If you guys go back to my last 2 videos, then you guys will see that we have been consistently winning. So let's go ahead and get the ball rolling on this last pick, guys. I do love this play right here. Mike Conley over 2.5 threes. He has been hot over the last 5 games. He is averaging 3.4 3-point over the last 5 games. Just came off 2 games back-to-back against Chicago and Denver, where he hit 5, and then he just had 3 against Houston. He is shooting 55% from 3 over the last 5 games, guys. So let's go ahead and lock Mike Conley in. If you guys go over to Outlier, once again, greatest tool in the game right now. He has hit this number in 7 out of his last 10 games, guys. And 4 of those, he's had 5 3-pointers. He's shooting 55 from three, guys. Over his last 20 games, he has been a little more wishy-washy, but if we're just going off the last 10 games, guys, 70% covering over 2.5 3-pointers. And they're playing against the Phoenix team that is 18th overall in 3-pointers allowed, giving up 13.2 threes allowed per game. And as far as the opposing point guards, they rank 25th against opposing point guards, guys, giving up 3.4, almost 3.5 3-pointers allowed a game to opposing point guards. So, guys, this is it. This is Friday. Go ahead and lock those in. I appreciate you guys for coming in and really supporting. I hope you guys like and subscribe so we can keep the ball rolling, guys. I got some MLB picks coming for you guys too. Those won't be player props. Those will not be player props, guys. Those will be straight up. I might do overs and unders or spreads, but for NBA, I like to do player props. But my next video that I'm going to post today is going to be MLB overs, unders, straight up dubs, things of that nature. But I appreciate you guys coming out.